Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Just pick off the roof. 16-year-old Selvin Myers is grateful that his life was spared during the recent passage of Tropical Storm Ida in what he described as a freak storm, which battered his family house, removing most of the roof. He and his 56-year-old brother shared the three-bedroom house prior to the storm, but the elder Myers has had to move out because of the severe roof damage. The younger brother, who is ill, is still at the house. It was more like a freak storm or a whirlwind the way how the breeze strong. It just picked off the roof. There was an ackee tree limb there. See it over there, so Myers reported last Monday, pointing to the spot. It tear off the high-tension wire too. According to Councillor Leighton Smith of the People's National Party Myersville Division, 5 other houses in the area also had roof damage, which forced residents to seek shelter with their relatives in neighboring communities. The Myers brothers are now hoping that help will come their way to repair their family home. "We got some tarpaulin to put here so, but we are make inside dry out," said Myers. "I had to move, but my younger brother, is here because he isn't well. We take time and pick up the pieces, but thank God no one was hurt," he added. Myers is appealing to Jamaicans for assistance. "Anyone who can assist us, we would be grateful. For the time being, we just hope and pray that we don't get too much rain again, because as you see, we have some tarpaulin to spread on the rest of the place," he said. He can be contacted at 876-535-1744. Bring the vaccine to us, elderly St. Catherine man, please. It has been months since 70-year-old mechanic Egbert Wright from Darlington Spring in St. Catherine vowed to take the COVID-19 vaccine. But Wright, who lives alone, believes he is the only one of many older Jamaicans who would benefit from the vaccine coming to them. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has rolled out mobile vaccination sites in Linstead and adjoining communities over the past few weeks, but Rice is convinced that access remains a major issue for older Jamaicans with physical challenges. He is hoping the government will roll out a mobile vaccine clinic specifically for this age and provide jobs to them at home. "I know that many persons might say that there is vaccination taking place in town and other areas, but the truth is, it's difficult for people like me to travel to those sites, so they should use a bus to travel to these country areas," Wright stated. Much of the hesitancy towards vaccination across the island and globally has been attributed to misinformation and lack of trust, but Wright believes he is part of a large high-risk group who are not opposed to taking the shots but are being ignored. "A lot of us know the seriousness of the virus, so we see how many other people are dead from COVID-19, he stated. According to Dr. Terry Pina, Senior Medical Officer at Linstead Public Hospital, people like Wright make up a large percentage of COVID-19 cases the hospital admits on a weekly basis. "We find that a large number of elderly who are unvaccinated make up a large portion of the serious cases we have admitted here," she said. "In fact, similarly to what is happening across the island, we have a total of 99% of unvaccinated COVID-19 patients. So we are working with the government to increase access to these vulnerable groups." Couple, 2 children sleeping in car after house fire. 7-year-old Malik Bailey has had enough. He's tired of sleeping in his father's taxi, and he wants life to return to the way it was before fire ravages their home, he shared with his parents and 3-year-old brother Chavoy. "Sometimes my son will just look sad, and when me ask him if him alright, him say, 'Mommy, me want my house.' That just hurts me to know that my son is uncomfortable and I am not in a position to help him," his distraught mother, 24-year-old Shadeen Harvey, reported. The family lost their Cape Valley home in St. Anne in a fire on August 26, the same day Tropical Storm Ida struck. That was their first night sleeping in a car that, during the days, Sequant Bailey uses to transport passengers so that he could provide for his family of 4. "It was a very bad experience because the night was cold and the sheet that we had was thin. Every time I try sleep, the breeze blow hard outside and the rain fall hard," said Harvey. "It make it worse, it was flooded area, so we had to be on the lookout so that we didn't wake up covered in water. All I could think about is that we could not be on our home in our warm beds with blankets in the storm, but we had to basically be outside. The Brownstone Fire Department has confirmed that the family's 4-bedroom house was completely destroyed. According to Harvey, she and her children had walked down the road to deliver food to their father on the job when a neighbor told her her house was on fire. When me reach and push the door, then it was just pure smoke, and then me just see the fire start blaze up. Me just start panic. I don't know what to do because me couldn't believe, she said. Everyone of the room did having a dresser, bed and other stuff. Everything burn up. All me 2 TV, fridge, whole heap of other things. Me cry every night because me just can't believe said that me and my children them don't have anywhere to live right now. Sometimes the children are lucky enough to spend the night at their paternal aunt's house, but a week after the fire, they had slept in their father's cab 4 out of the 7 nights. With online classes soon to resume as the new school year gets underway, Harvey is worried about the impact this will have on Malik. Right now, me not even sure how my son goes school because him tablet burn up and I don't have anywhere to go to get one. Not even shoes they don't have on their feet. Thank God somebody give me some clothes. That is all they have to wear now, she said. The unemployed mother said she is desperate in need of help to rebuild a house. She already has a plot of family land. I'm on my face right now, and it's just the little my baby father make from driving taxi that is helping us, she cried. Me work hard from me a teenager and save and buy up me things and now everything gone. Anyone who wishes to help Harvey may contact her at 876-909-6735. Banker encourages teachers to take COVID-19 vaccine. JN Bank executive Steve Distant shared his own experience with COVID-19 as he encouraged the island's teachers who have not yet been vaccinated to take the jab. I have every single symptom you could think about, such as headaches, loss of taste and smell, as well as breathing challenges. Distant, who had contracted COVID-19 last year, said in an address at the recent concluded Jamaica Teachers Association JTA 57th Annual Conference held at Ocean Coral Springs Hotel in Trelawney. Describing his battle with the virus as the most difficult and scariest 2 weeks of his life, Distant said, now that he has been vaccinated, he feels more confident about going into public spaces, knowing that if he should contract COVID-19 again, he will have a much better chance of not being severely ill and surviving it. He commended the approximately 70% of teachers who have so far been vaccinated, but urged the remaining third of who to get the jab to do so urgently. For those of you who have not yet taken your shots, I encourage each of you to get immunized against COVID-19 for your personal safety, he said. With the almost weekly and monthly variants emerging, we cannot take any chances with our health. The best vaccine available to you is any vaccine that the government has made available. Added Distant, with about 17,000 or more of 24,000 teachers in our public institutions already vaccinated, I applaud the seriousness with which you have taken this disease and, more importantly, the need to get back into our classrooms to maintain the teaching and learning process. The National Health Fund has been reported as saying that the country now has enough vaccine to inoculate 1 million Jamaicans who now have the option of receiving the Pfizer vaccine following a shipment of 200,000 on August 19 and more than 115,200 Johnson & Johnson on August 23. Doses of Oxford University's AstraZeneca vaccine are also available. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has been hosting several vaccination bliss to get Jamaicans immunized. So far, about 4.9% of the population has been vaccinated, according to the not-for-profit group Our World in Data. In his address, Distant also called for telecommunications companies to go into communities without internet and establish connectivity at affordable cost so that an increased number of students can have access to online school instructions. Several students are being left behind academically because they do not have access to information and communication technology equipment such as laptops and tablets, internet connection, or mobile data or needed to attend classes he outlined. We need to bridge this gap, and we have to do it soon, because this can afford our ability to transform our education for economic growth and development. Every student in Jamaica should have access to the tools needed to facilitate effective virtual learning, because this is the future. As the agate goes, every child can learn, every child must learn, he emphasized. Distant said that under the new mode of operation, the country cannot afford to continue having its students being left behind. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.